Hello, this is David Deshane, and I'd like to welcome back to this training series for Contractor Estimate Pro. We're going to get started adding a product into the system. Once you've logged in, we're going to go ahead and just double click. We're going to go ahead and work on this 344. We had a little product that we had added previously. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. We're going to call it Build and Supply. That's the supplier. The product category is in Building Contractor. SKU number is 3433, and we're just going to call this new deck construction and we'll just go ahead and put let's see, frame 16 by 16 deck. So this will be categorized under building contractor with stairs. Okay, and the unit cost, we're going to go ahead and just price this out at $14,950. Put that in there. Number lock 14,950.00. And I'm going to do the same amount for the cost per unit. Copy it, paste. This is going to be a one-time purchase, so there's not going to be any shipping fees. If you wanted to add a product, you can. I don't have an image of a deck, but you certainly just go add the image and then load it in for category and then just tag it to this product right here, which will be image type. It'll come in and just save it as the image. I'm going to go ahead and just hit the save button on this. And now that this has been added to the system, so if you go to add a customer contract, we haven't put a customer in yet, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to start with adding customer. And we'll just call it customer. If it's a company name, you'll do a company name, but it's not a company. So we're going to call it Davis. Dave Davis. He lives at 344 Mountain Road. And he's in Scarborough, Maine, M-A-I-N-E, 04074, and he lives in the United States. Fax number, regular phone number is 207-883-9999, and the fax number, if there is any, typically there might not be, so you just go NA, and that'll be fine. Email, same type thing. If they don't have an email address, we'll just go b@.com. Okay, that's all set. Now, if you want to look at this place, you can look at Google Maps. I'm just going to go 10 Nonsuch. It's actually a real road. Nonsuch Cove Road. Okay, if you want to hit Google Maps, you can find that. It'll load Google Maps and show. Actually shows the house in there as well. But you can look at that. You can actually do full views of this. Take a look at the property. See what it looks like. See if it's something that you can work on. Satellite view. Really zoom in, zoom out. Clay Pits Road over here. This looks like it's probably showing the place. I believe it's right down here. And that looks like it's the house. I think it's got a 10 right there. So that's actually going to be the house. You want a street view, you can look at it. So it's the same thing, Google Maps. So we'll go ahead and close that one. Okay, here's the customer. So we'll go ahead and look at some of the information. I'm going to hit the save button on this. Oh, we got to put the fax in there, so it does require a fax. 207-885. We'll hit the save button on that. The customer name's in there, so if there's any information, so we'll go ahead. These little edit pencils is how you get all this information. Estimates, if there is any estimates in there. Jobs, if there is any photos. I'm just going to add a photo to this job, and that way there we can see a customer photo. And I'll just put regular, I think we had videos of pictures. Let's go to pictures. I'll go ahead and put this job site photo in. And I'm going to copy this. Usually I use the copy the same. And it's just going to be a customer image. So that way there it's choose a customer. And we'll put in Dave Davis and hit the save button. Okay, that's in the customer file now. So we'll go ahead and minimize this. And the customer information is in there. So when we go to make this estimate, we'll go ahead and add estimate. And we're going to choose the customer, drag down, menu, we'll load up everything. It's going to have the start date, whoever the customer is sold by, the job type, siding, roof job, whatever you're doing for work. Estimates approved, rejected. Typically you do on receipt. And we're going to go ahead and move the information over to the client into the job address. Now the job description. Now this is going to be a little bit of some additional stuff, and we're just going to call this a deck construction. And what this is a simple description of what's going to be on the contract. We'll hit the save button on that as well. Okay, and you can see the estimates in there. Let's go back and open it one more time. Let's go ahead and hit the print button. You're going to see that the contract has printed. It has actually 5 pages that are in there. The contract will put all the items in, the total project list, their customer name, phone number, all the information, and then we'll go to page 2. This basically is your payment terms and all the agreement for the numbers. Up here you can put whatever you want for notes. You can put several lines of description also. It does have the total project cost. It will have some very specific guidelines that anything you spell out in the contract will go in here as well. Have their customer acceptance sheet, the job estimate, everything's in there as well with their name. Page 2, page 3. This will have specific product photos. So if you have any products you want to put in there, you can upload those. Let's just say you use some type of drawing tool or something and you need to put a product's photo in there, you can do that as well. The customer photo of the job. We like to have like all 4 corners of the job or wherever sections of the home that you're working on. It really helps out a lot. And of course the payment terms, that was on the original part of the contract and everything's in there as well. And then there's a detailed contract button. This will give you more information about the front on the payment terms. This is where some people want very specific. They might have tax or shipping fees or anything like that. It breaks it down a little more for insurance companies. They want to see a little more detailed, and of course it has all the payment terms, your agreement, all the disclosures and everything there as well, and photos, products, and all the items that are needed. Also, we'll go through and we're going to add an appointment onto the job. And let's say you get a customer that you set up an appointment with Dave Davis. We'll go to add appointment. Basically just choose the customer's name, and customer added, we'll have a measurement or something like that. We'll go ahead and do that as well, and we'll call this a deck measurement. And that, whatever you have for a client that might have a couple questions, location if you have it, you can put that in as well. Typically we'll do it at the customer's home, and that's where you'll meet with a client and pick the time. We'll just say for the 31st of May, and it's only going to take a couple hours. So we'll start at 1:30 in the afternoon, and we'll go to 2:30 in the afternoon. So it gives you about an hour to go out and measure everything and hit the save button. Valid choice user. Okay, we got to put the user in here. It'll definitely check on everything. When you put a user in, it'll help you. It'll guide you through everything. So hit the save button and field description. So let's go into field description and see what we have for the it's appointment down below. So we're going to measure for a new deck. So this software will work right with you. It'll help you out all the way. It'll give you any information. If you miss something, it's just going to alert you and help you through it. So if you look in the calendar now, and we'll take a look at the month view, and you've got the deck measurement right over here. Anyway, this is David Deshane. We're going to see you in the next video. We'll go through and take a look at the jobs, moving an estimate from a job, and then also doing the dashboard and reports and double checking everything and seeing some more in the next video. We'll see you then.